My wings are itching and you better Are you ready? Are you ready? This is the making of No More, No More. Yes, this is afua danso, and this actually is Nana afua and Suma danso, but you call me just afua. Yeah. So No More is a song. So it's important to know that it would be no more. No more, like no more drama, like actually like a Mary J. Blige reference, but no mo is like, that's like, you know, that's black folk speak, black American, African American, Ebonics, African American vernacular English, all of that is like mo. You don't even have to finish, it's just like, it's just a feeling. And so this song is all about a feeling, and picture it, 3:35 a.m. and I was in a deep sleep, living in like a dorm type of space in London, UK, and I was studying music actually. However, I was feeling really depressed at the time, mainly because of the weather. It's very gray. If you've been to London, it's very gray. And so it was March, like it was March 21st, 2015, and I think I had just had enough. Growing up in California, I'd had enough of no sun, and you know, I have my melanin, I need my vitamin D. So I was feeling pretty down, and then I woke up at 3:35 a.m. and I heard so actually and if I'm not mistaken, I think I heard the ooh, and it was like, and it was just kind of on replay, like just playing, and so it was like, I don't know. I've heard music throughout my life, but not necessarily in a way where it's so strong, and it was calling me. And so I got up from bed, and I remember standing by the desk, and I was like, I don't know. I at that time, nearly 6 years ago from today, at that time I didn't consider myself a songwriter. Like, I was a writer. I'd done different types of writing projects, like poetry, etc. But I didn't consider myself a songwriter. And so I don't know. But the first lines just kind of came. So this is what I'd call a spiritual download. So it wasn't even like, oh, I wrote the song. It's really more like the song came through me from a higher source, right? And so yeah. So the first line is, just like the caged bird sings, love's supposed to set you free, or supposed to set you free. And then it continues. So even that line, that's an ode to Maya Angelou. Speaking of poetry, a prolific and amazing poet, may she rest in peace and power. So that, because she has the poem, I know why the caged bird sings. I know why the caged bird sings. So I continued. I can't keep spreading my wings with these chains you're putting on me. And so basically it's a glorified breakup song. It's a breakup song. I also was feeling down because, in addition to the weather, I guess it's interesting how I block that out, that yeah, I was also going through a breakup. That was actually with my first love, the first like real love that I had felt. And as much as I loved the person and still have love for the person, it was not a healthy end to the relationship. And so that's what I think this song was about. It was like this pulsating, like, you see, I'm not going to do this no more. And it actually, the original writing, it was different than I'm not going to do it. I think I had like, I don't want to do. Yeah, that's what it was. I don't want to do this. And over the years, as I've performed it in New York City, as I worked with it over the years, yet never had a live recording of my dreams, like now, then it became, I don't want to do this. Like, or no, it became, that I'm not going to do this. That's what it became. So I don't want it, and then became I'm not. So it's like, I got stronger through the years with the song. It's really, it's an empowerment song, and I would say female empowerment. I'm a woman, and I'm a strong woman. And it's really a message of like, I'm not going to take no mess. And so it's standing up for yourself. And even though you can appreciate the good moments of a relationship, there's a boundary, and there's things that you won't take, and so it was me saying no mo. So I'm Ghanaian, and I was born in the States. I was raised in California, the West Coast. Ghana has always been a place that I knew was home, even though I didn't come here until I was 21 years old, and then I came again a couple years after that and stayed for 5 months. Even then I wanted to stay longer, and I didn't really have the support of my family. They were really like, oh, we came to America for a better life for you. Why would you then go back to Ghana for what? So it took many years for me to really say also no mo on this, and say no, like I want to live in Ghana for some time. So I just decided every year there was a different reason why it didn't happen. And I remember about 2019 I definitely said, for real, like I'm going to make changes to my life so that I can prepare to come to Ghana. And so we all know now, you know, this is January 2021, new year after 2020, which is a year that no one that's living on this earth will ever forget. We're talking about COVID-19. And so we're talking about, you know, people being, I didn't like the term lockdown, but basically being, you know, being at home. And you know, I learned a lot about patience last year, and when the borders opened in September of 2020, then I was on it. I had been waiting for when the borders would be open so I could fly in. So it was really just about me coming home. Meeting the band, so then with everything being put into place so quickly, it was like, I guess I'll say this, that I had faith in the process and I trusted the process. So even though I didn't know all the instrumentalists, I actually had met Papa Yao, also known as Carl, who was on the keys. So I actually met him also that night at Plus 233 Jazz Club.
Papa Yao, the piano player.
And
oh, this is just maximizing.
Sound check based at
Papa Yao.
He's my roadie. He's my roadie.
Nana,
Midinde.
Nana, pen.
Midinde.
Ochimai.
Ochimai. Nana. The Fumu.
Behind the scenes, yeah.
My name is
TF.
Yeah, so we're just really excited. I did not know that everything would unfold as quickly as it did. However, as I was saying earlier, it's just that everything is exactly on time, right on time. And so, I don't know, I'm curious. I would love to hear a little bit about your experience, and you can speak in Tree, or
I'm going to talk for only 8 bars.
8 bars.
Okay, 2. Okay, so hey, my name is Osei, and I must say that I love working with afua because she's that kind of artist who knows what she wants, you know. Yeah, so she will come and they say, yeah. So I have the bass line, yes, and then I have the tambourine, I have.
I even want triangle. Ding.
Yeah, so it's like she's got everything here, so she'll just come in and tell you what to do, and then hey. But I mean,
there has also been input.
Yes, I mean for sure she's open as well. She's open. It's not like no, this is what I want, and no. She's very open for suggestion and then corrections and all that. So it's been wonderful working with you, and thanks to Bright Osei for the link. And then, like I always say, in this
Bright
industry,
Osei, who's the bass player.
I always say that this industry or music industry is 90% recommendation.
It's true.
Yeah.
And then finally, the horn section! I was so excited about the horn section. It's been so many years now that I've wanted this live recording with horns.
This is Ekow, and I'm a saxophonist. I play the tenor saxophone on the No More project. It was a great experience, you know, recording the No More project. I had so much fun with all these great musicians. For afua, she's, you know, such a great musician. You know, I like her vibe. I like how she goes, about her work, and the fact that she knows everything about what she wants, the right sound and everything. And yes, I really enjoyed myself, and I hope this continues and do more, bigger projects. And I appreciate I appreciate you putting me on this project, and yes, I had fun. Thank you.
Or like, I like the but sorry. There's something like, but it could be like tiny, but I think I like the idea of what you said about Prince gets funky first. So
Hey there, it's your boy Prince Akasa. I'm a trumpeter. I happened to record a project with afua danso, and it was fun. It was fun. I had the privilege to work with great minds like Francis Osei, Osei, Amoah, Papayao. And working with afua danso was also really fun. I urge everybody to stay tuned for what's coming. Thank
not too much, but like, and it hurts. So it's almost like a response. So what we had is like, no, and it hurts like the front, so they don't have to be, it can be like, so almost like what guitar is. People say that this is what I'm trying to say. This is what I'm trying. I'm not even trying to say. I said it. I said what I said.
Hi, my name is Kendra Parker. I am from Detroit, Michigan. I'm here in Ghana. I'm here in Accra, and I am recording with afua. So excited. Here with afua, and it was so amazing. We actually met at a shop. We were talking and we were getting our nails done. And we started somehow talking about music, and she let me hear some of her things. And I told her that I actually attended Berklee College of Music as a jazz singer, and I did production engineering. So I was really interested in her project, and it sounded amazing. So I was excited to come to the studio, and she had invited me to work with her and do background vocals, and we'll look at some PR and marketing. I have a company in the States, Larimar Entertainment, so I'm excited. I'm just excited to work with her and see what magic we can do. So yeah, I'm excited. I really, when I first heard her music, I got this, it felt really familiar. It was kind of like a soulful vibe that I'm used to coming from Detroit. So, and we know music. So, so I'm really excited to see, what the project sounds like. So, let's go.
So it's coming up. But now my wings are itching, and you better listen. I'm not gonna keep on this way. Well, so today, instead of waking up with music, I think I woke up with some marketing ideas. So I also, in addition to being a performer, I'm also very much into advertising and marketing and promotion and all sides of marketing, even corporate writing and things like that. So it comes to me, or I enjoy doing that side as well. So I was like, ooh, I want to do the No Mo Toe, the No More Tour, No Mo the Toe. Yeah. And so, I want to actually tour Ghana and West Africa and Europe and the US and Asia and and all the continents, South America, Central America, but honestly starting here because I'm very focused on being in Accra in Ghana right now. So what I would like to do is to get this on the radio. So I want to get I want this to have a radio presence, and I understand that this is not necessarily the type of song that would be on the radio in Ghana. However, it depends because there are stations that play more R&B, rhythm and blues for those who don't know, and yeah, so there's a space for it. I also have learned that it's just like when people ask me what's my genre. So I have a jazz background, blues background, soul, I would say is the overarching place where my music is from the soul. However, I can also do pop, I can do rock, so I can do a lot of things, and I just have learned that I don't have to fit in to what everybody else is doing or thinks that I should be or whatever. So same thing with radio. It's not that I have to be fitting in. Sometimes it might be something fresh and new that they weren't even expecting, and it might be like, oh, okay, well, who is this, I think it's also a really good opportunity to build the relationship between me being Ghanaian American and then coming home to the Ghanaian population or continental Africans, and I want to bring that together, and I'm literally like the bridge between these cultures because I'm both American and Ghanaian, and so I want to be able to show that we could do anything when we're together. Like when you actually collaborate, anything is possible. And yeah, so I definitely feel that this song, this first single, is a good vehicle to really get into being the recording artist I have always been meant to be.
Just like the cage bird sings, ooh, they're supposed to set you free. Ooh, but I can't keep spreading my wings. Ooh, with these chains you putting on me. Ooh, what we had was real now. Ooh, no sense in being downplayed. But now my wings are itching, and oh, you better listen. I'm not gonna keep on this way. You see, I'm gonna do this no more, no more, no more. You can't keep playing with my mind. No more, no more. Ooh, when I told you I loved you, you felt me coming too strong. But your love to control me, oh yeah, and read the signals all wrong.
Hey! That's man. You'll just probably see his mouth, but that I'm the camera. This man. Hey.
You are trouble.
I am trouble. Oh. Yeah. Yes, the best kind of trouble. Oh, it was ba da ba ba da. So it's just I don't even barely know what chords are, but I feel them. And so I was like, are these chords? And then the band was like, keep going, like, because it's coming through. And what I've learned with art is that if you don't catch it or capture it, it can pass.